Hey guys and girls, so last up today, for the simulation series anyway, is Ethan. So this is the map. You get a very obvious spot to plop Ethan in. Other than that, you get two deployable operators, both of which are not particularly great at surviving. So we need skill 2, non-negotiable for this particular one, because we need to use it at particular times and we need that stun. Now, let's be dead honest with everybody here, and I say this every time I use Ethan for this particular task. Ethan's stun is not a stun, guaranteed. It is a percentile stun. So just because it increases the talent trigger 2.5 times, that still doesn't amount it to 100%. I think it only pops it up somewhere in 70 or 80%. So bear that in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait a little bit for some more deployment points, and then I'm going to pop in Ethan. As you see, Ethan's just going to get pelted by these mortar guys, but I'm not too concerned because that's again where Ethan comes into this. And basically, once they all get to that point, we're going to deploy Cruz down bottom and Nakul up top. Cruz down bottom because I want Cruz to be able to attack in and out, because Cruz is obviously significantly better than Nakul at damage. Obviously, we have some interface mines, which is our last line of defense. They're there for a reason. I've never successfully got everything because of, as I say, Ethan's percentile chance to stun. However, these Sarkaz Lancers are going to be your biggest enemy. Those are enemy number one. They will go over these mines without detonating them. So these Lancers absolutely 100% have to die full stop. So as soon as that starts walking in, we're going to use Ethan's skill, because I want this Lancer to start getting killed. And the worst part about this is that because the Lancers do a couple of laps, they won't actually trigger Nakul and Cruz to attack them as the primary target until they get on their last lap, and by that time it's probably too late. So bear that in mind. You want to stay very much on top of your damage when these leaders come through. So the leaders are kind of like, I wouldn't say the leaders are a definite enemy, but there's something that just kind of salts the wound as far as getting things to die goes. The leaders are what tend to sneak through. This one is probably going to go through, as you'll see, and subsequently a couple more will get through, and I think Cruz actually would have killed that one because her skill was about to trigger. So here comes our next one. So I'm going to activate Ethan's skill. Because I absolutely want to try and stun that one as much as possible. And there you saw Ethan just hit everything in this area, and 2, 3, 4 targets did not get stunned. Actually, there might be a fifth in there that didn't get stunned. So remember that that skill is still a percentile stun. It is not a definite like with Manticore. That's the super important thing that I need to hammer home in this clip, is that you cannot absolutely rely on Ethan. It is only to try and assist. There's nothing I can say or do that's going to make this particular thing any easier or harder for you, because Ethan does enough of that for himself. So that should have one more lap. And that's it. So see, the last time when I was actually going through this next mine got through, I only survived this with 2 mines. So now here comes the hard part. We actually have lurkers, which is why we have this detection device. Now remember that, the detection device will only unveil enemies. It's actually deceptively written. It says invisibility is disabled. It doesn't actually disable, quote unquote. It negates would be the best word for it. So this one cell in the corner here, this top right cell, they will be detected here, but as soon as they step off, they will go back invisible and then they will come out. So these, the top and bottom cells here, top and bottom right hand cells, they will still be invisible on those two cells, bear that in mind. So it doesn't disable when they walk through it. So what we want to do really is we want to wait. And as soon as that one takes a turn in, we'll disable them because we want it to last as long as we can. Got some more Lancers coming through, so we'll enable Arknights' skill and Ethan's skill. And there we go. So that's that group done. And we have a second group coming through, so our device is still charging up. Which is fine because, as I said, it's not beneficial for us to activate it when the first group is heading up on this right-hand side of tiles because they're only going to get hit on one side of the tile. And we really need the damage to count all the way through, so we got to make the most of it. So I'm going to enable it now. We've got to make it last until this last group gets through, basically. So here comes some more Lancers. Remember, they do 3 circles. So Ethan's on a bit of a cooldown here, so that's going to be a slight problem. But this is the last batch, so Ethan's skill as soon as it's ready. Make sure you're on top of that. Arknights' skill, because this is it, and that's it. So yeah, this is one of those maps where I really can't emphasize enough that Ethan's skill is percentile. It is not a definite stun. I can't, there's no actual way for me to say this will work full stop because it's really just going to come down to the RNG gods here. This is the best way to do it, but for whatever chance you're one of those people who, you know, manages to find that remaining 15% where Ethan won't stun in that period, I'm sorry. I wish there was something I could do. I wish I could give you Manticore, but it's just the way it is. So yeah, skill 2, Ethan, skill 2, and go for gold. That's it, guys and girls. If you've got any questions, this one's fairly straightforward. Or as straightforward as an RNG based guide can be. Again, I have to keep reiterating, there's nothing I can say or do or offer that's going to make Ethan's RNG any better. So I'm sorry. But still, if you've got any questions, throw them out there in the chat. I'll do my best to get back to you guys. Like, subscribe if it helped, and I haven't been saying it in my last couple of videos, but check out my Twitch channel. I do sometimes do Arknights streams on my Twitch channel. Usually they are uploaded on my YouTube just as an archive, but nevertheless, sometimes I might forget or I might just do a sneaky one, but yeah. Check out my Twitch as well, and I hope that you guys are blessed by the RNG gods for this one. Take care, doctors.